Hello, everyone. My name is Michael Stevens, and today I'll be presenting my presentation on John Wayne Gacy, notorious murderer and sex offender and rapist. In John Wayne's early life, he sustained trauma. He grew up with an alcoholic father who berated and beat his mother. John Wayne Gacy was also verbally abused throughout his childhood. During John Wayne's trial, psychologists tested him in many different tests for mental health issues and psychological issues. And a psychoanalyst named Dr. Freeman interviewed Gacy for approximately 50 hours, reviewed all the court documents, all the police reports, and whatnot, and interviewed Gacy's mother and sister. Dr. Freeman told the jury that Gacy's mental illness can be traced to the brutal ways in which he had been treated by his father while growing up. Dr. Freeman testified that Gacy's relationship with his father caused an enormous strain on the psychological structure of the individual. How John Wayne Gacy's murders were committed. Gacy was very liked within his community. He was a rising member of his local chamber of commerce. He owned a construction company. He was on a special security patrol. He was even a clown for birthday parties, as you can see in those pictures. Gacy used and abused these power positions in the community to get close to his victims. Multiple of Gacy's victims were employees or friends of employees of Gacy's construction company. There were multiple victims that believed Gacy was a cop because he lured them in with a badge and a gun, which were both not real. After Gacy successfully lured his victims in, he would tie them up, stuff their mouths so they couldn't scream, rape them, and then finally kill them. He would then stuff the bodies in the crawl space underneath his house. John Wayne Gacy was caught because of a disappearance of a 15-year-old named Robert Pice. A co-worker of Pice saw Gacy and Pice talking to each other the night before the disappearance. A lieutenant within the police department ran a background check on Gacy and found out his history of sexually assaulting young boys. Ultimately, police investigators were granted a search warrant to search Gacy's house. Inside the house, they found Gacy's trophies from his kills. They found multiple driver's licenses, class rings, and clothes that were much too small to fit Gacy. Investigators noticed an appalling smell throughout the house. Eventually, the investigators gained enough evidence to be able to rip up the floorboards and start digging. 27 bodies were pulled from underneath the house. 5 bodies were found in the Des Plaines River because Gacy had run out of room underneath his house. Trial and execution. Gacy's main defense was to hope for a plea of insanity. The jury deliberated for 2 hours and found John Wayne Gacy guilty, and the judge sent Gacy to death. May 10th, 1994, John Wayne Gacy was put to death after the brutal murder and raping of 33 young teenage boys and men. This has been my presentation. Thank you very much.